What's up, guys? Welcome to Super Sig Media. Nintendo just had their press conference, and I'm recording this right after. We're just gonna do a little recap, and this is pretty much my reaction to this one. This one is separate from the other one because I made like a whole overall video for all the other ones because there was a lot, and I just did not have time to do a separate one for each press conference. But I'll have a review of my favorite one, or which one do I think won E3 this year later on. Probably tomorrow I'll have that video up. But for now, the first thing that Nintendo started off with was a trailer for Super Smash Bros. Wii U, and they just showed off that you can use Mii fighters now, and any Mii can become playable, and there's different types of fighters, and it totals up, and there's also sub like types for each type of fighter, so it equals up to like 9 completely different move patterns or move patterns or abilities. So it will take actually like 9 separate characters to equal the same amount of move sets, because each category and subcategory each has its own set of moves. So that's pretty interesting, and any Mii can become a fighter, and they say they did this so that it'll it'll have like an unlimited amount of characters being added to the game. They talked about Amiibo, which is like NFC figures, and the gamepad has that feature built in, so you can get these Amiibos. The first game to support it will be Super Smash Brothers, the first game to support it at launch. But they're also working on other games to support it, including Mario Kart 8, which is already out. And these are like little NFC figures like you see in other games. And the difference is, like, when you touch the figure on the gamepad, it'll like send data to the figure and send it back to the game, and it'll import it. So like if you have a Mario one, it'll take like information from the game you played, and it'll import into the statue, and you can import things back, and you get like extra abilities and stuff like that. I wasn't quite sure exactly the full set of features on the thing or the reason why you'd have it, but it did look pretty interesting. They talked about a new Yoshi Yarn game, which looked pretty interesting. That's probably not the actual title, but I didn't quite catch it. It looked interesting. It was a fully 3D world. It was visually pleasing. I liked the way it looked. Yoshi's like this stuffed yarn type of figure or character model. There's gonna be 2-player cooperative play in the game, so you can have a friend be a red Yoshi from the looks of it. I don't know if there'll be any other characters in the game. After that, they had in between segments, they had these little like robot chicken type animations. It was actually pretty funny. A couple of them, they were really short. They talked about a new Legend of Zelda, which they actually showed a tiny bit of, I guess, in-engine rendering, and I'm not quite sure if that was actual gameplay, because it looked kind of, the camera angles and things look kind of impractical for like actually playing a game, but it did look quite interesting. They say it's going to be a completely open world, and it's going to be large, and pretty much the Legend of Zelda game that we've all been waiting for, which I hope this game is. Alright, after that, they talked about Pokemon, new Pokemon for 3DS. They talked about Bayonetta 2, which includes the first Bayonetta, and will also feature Legend of Zelda outfits in the game. Hyrule Warriors was shown more gameplay, more characters, including Impa and Midna. We already knew about Zelda and Link in the game. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, which looked actually pretty good. Xenoblade Chronicles, Mario Maker, which I predicted they would announce something like that, or like those little rumors and things, and they did. But it appeared to be actually for the Wii U, not the 3DS. There's a game called Splatoon. It was a new IP actually, and it's this team shooter where you splatter ink on a map, and there's 2 teams of 4, so it's in total it's an 8-player game, and it's a competitive shooter where you splatter ink for territory, and you can splatter the ink down, and your ink you can like transform into a squid and travel faster through the ink that's your team's color. And you can only attack in human form. You can also like take each other down for points. You can cut each other's roots off. You can create new roots by splattering ink. It looked pretty interesting. It's a new IP. Maybe we'll see one of these characters in the next Smash Brothers, and maybe in this one, if this game takes off enough. The final announcement was Smash Brothers, and they teased a new character. They showed off Lady Palutena, which is which is a Kid Icarus character, and they showed off Dark Pit, which is another Kid Icarus character. They had a weird like anime thing trailer for it. So overall, they showed a ton of games. They really this is what they needed to do. They showed a lot of exclusives. They showed the experience that you can only get on Nintendo. So that was pretty good. I was hoping to at least see a few more third-party games on there, but there wasn't really any. There was just a couple, but you know, it was Nintendo. You get the Nintendo experience. This is what they really needed to show, why you needed to get this system. And I think they did that, and they are definitely a contender for best of E3. They had a lot of cool stuff. Sadly, a lot of this stuff isn't coming till next year, so they kind of are in the same situation as the other two publishers, because most of their games are also coming in 2015. If you liked the video, if you were informed at all, don't forget to hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What did you think of this show? I'll have a link to the full video in the description below. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos like this. And yeah, follow me on Twitter so I can keep you up to date with my videos and gaming news. As always, guys, stay super, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.